Cookie, I'm going to the restroom real quick.
You'll face major legal fees.
Where did the last cookie go? This is time for a mystery. Hey Melissa, have you seen who's eaten the last cookie?
Yes, I'll tell you for this math clue.
Alright then.
Go.
Clue number 1. Alright, so this problem asks to find the circumference of circle 1. So first, let's draw a circle. Okay, so we know that these two circles are congruent. Therefore, if we split the length, each would have a distance of 5 inches. So let's take circle number 1 and redraw it right here. Now we know that the radius is always half the diameter. So this radius will be 2.5. Now, there are two ways to solve the circumference, by using pi d, formulas, or 2 pi r. I'm going to show you how to solve by using this formula first. So all you need to do is write your formula, and then just plug in 5 since it's your distance. So it'd be pi 5 equal to circumference. You plug that into your calculator and you get 15.71 inches. Now, it's the same thing with 2 pi r, except on this one you need to know the radius. So we know that the radius is 2.5, so let's write it. 2.5 equals circumference. So 2 pi 2.5 equals your circumference. You plug that into your calculator and you get also the same answer, 15.71 inches. Looks like we've solved clue number 1. The answer is 15.7.
Very good. The girl that I saw had black hair.
Shane, have you seen who's eaten the last cookie?
Yes, and if you solve this math problem, I'll give you a clue.
Alrighty. Clue number 2. Alright, so before we start, you need to know a formula to solve this question. So, I'll write it out for you. Arc length over circumference. Now, for the circumference, you can either use pi d or 2 pi r. Either one works, but for now, we'll go with pi d. Arc measure over 360. This is important. You need to know this formula in order to solve the circle. So the question asks to find the arc length of A to B. All you need to do is plug in the given information in the graph or the picture and plug it into your proportion. So let's do that. Since you don't know what the arc length is, simply just write x over circumference. Now, let's draw a circle here real quick. Now, we always know that the radius is always half of the diameter, so therefore, this would also be 3 meters, which would make a diameter 6 meters. So your circumference is pi 6. Your arc measure would be 90 degrees over 360. After this, cross multiply to find your answer. So let's do this. 360 x equals 540 pi. Once you've reached this stage, divide by 360. And plug it into your calculator. You should get about 4.71 inches. That is your arc length. Looks like clue number 2 is solved. Solve the math problem.
Very good. You sure it's right?
Yes.
Alright, make sure.
You know what?
The person you're looking for is wearing a red sweater.
All right then. Thank you. Ben, have you seen who's eating the last cookie?
Yes, I have, and if you can solve this problem, I will give you another clue.
All right then. Clue number 3. All right. So again, to solve this question, you would need to know your formula. I'll write it out one more time. Arc length over pi d, or circumference. Arc measure over 360. Remember, this is important. You might want to memorize it. So, what's different about this question is that in the previous question, it provided you with the distance, whereas in this question, it does not. So, all that's different is the information given. So let's plug in the information that's given. The arc length is 4.19 inches over x, because you don't know what the circumference is. We know what the arc measure is. It is 40 degrees over 360. Cross multiply, and you should get about 40x equals 1,508.4. Divide by 40 on each side to isolate x. And you should get about 37.71 inches. Now, just to make sure, be careful not to switch the positions of arc length and the arc measure. If you do, you would end up getting the wrong answer. Remember, the arc measure and 360 would always go on the right side, whereas the arc length and your circumference would always go on the right. Looks like clue number 3 is solved. Solve the problem.
Very good. The person I saw eat the cookie had glasses on.
I see then. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Clues are, the person has a red jacket, black hair, and glasses. Who could that be?